Hey yo, salute to all my subscribers. Shout out to everybody else passing through. YouTube, what's good? So, for those of you who don't live under a rock, this past weekend, the Oscars, Kobe Bryant won an Oscar for a short film that he did revolving around basketball. And the internet took up arms against him, essentially. I hate to have to talk about this shit, especially something that's so. I'm not gonna say old, because the Bill Cosby shit was old, the Russell Simmons shit is old, but something that really should have been, was settled and decided a long time ago. The reason why I wanted to talk about this shit is, so the reason why everybody's upset is because, as everyone knows, we live in this era of many movements and slogans, and everyone has a slogan, and every group is fighting for, their rights and equality and all of that, and that's fine. I don't have an issue with that. The problem I have is, in the court of public opinion, it doesn't seem to matter anymore, even in situations where the legal system exonerates someone or clears someone of any wrongdoing. It doesn't seem to matter in the court of public opinion. So Kobe Bryant wins this award. He's not doing shit to nobody. He's retired from basketball. He's doing documentaries. He's trying to, he's trying his hand in, producing and other things. He's getting into the tech industry. He wins this award for this short film he does, and he just gets fucking dragged because of this old rape allegation back in 2003. Now, I'm old enough and a big enough basketball fan and Kobe Bryant fan to clearly remember that whole situation back at the time that was going on back in 03. So Kobe Bryant was in a hotel room, ended up meeting this girl who worked there. They did whatever they did. It went down however it went down. And then she accused him of sexually assaulting her. So there was a big trial. Well, there wasn't a big trial. There was this big thing. He was formally charged. And then about a year or so into the situation, the prosecutors, the district attorney, they decided to drop the case because, for whatever reason, the girl decided she didn't want to move forward with the trial. But prior to that happening, the social media at that time and the news at that time, had already started to poke holes in this girl's story, and things had already started to come out, basically, kind of making it seem like she wasn't being 100% honest with her story. Neither here nor there, give or take, it was what it was. The charges ended up getting dropped. Now, I'm all for, if you're guilty of a crime like that, then 100% you should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. You should deal with the consequences, blah, blah, whatever. The problem I have, though, is that when we as a society start to treat the people who are innocent, not found guilty, or for whatever other reason cleared and free to go, we still treat those people in society the same way we treat the people who are guilty, the people who are actually convicted of crimes. And it doesn't make any fucking sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this whole, I don't want to throw any shade at this Me Too movement and this Time's Up movement. I'm all for the feminist movement. I'm all for women getting their just due. And, I would have to be blind, deaf, dumb, crazy to say that it some of the complaints and the issues that women have, in life, corporate America, the workplace, whatever, to say that it's not, without merit, because it definitely is. But at a certain point, it's like, can a person fucking do anything with their lives? We're talking about someone who was caught up in a legal situation in 2003, 15 years ago. And for lack of not for lack of not trying, but the chips fell where they did. This man was free to go. He was not, there was no charges that ever really came, turned into any types of convictions or anything of that nature. And still, all these years later, y'all want to drag this man through the mud for fucking winning a goddamn award for a short film. And this is the type of shit that we need to get the fuck off of. Like, we have enough time and energy and enough fucked up shit going on in the world to focus on people and shit that actually warrants our attention. Not clogging up the news feeds and clogging up social media and breaking the internet over a retired basketball player who won an Oscar, and people feel like that was inappropriate because he was given this award and brought up on stage to accept this award, and in the wake of this whole Me Too movement and Time's Up movement. Get off the shit. Let it be a lesson to anybody who's in the public eye, anybody who's a celebrity, anybody who has any type of I don't know, fucking anybody who has any type of stardom, if you want to call it that, or fanfare behind their name. Be careful how you move, because we live in a time, this shit's not going away. It's not like the old days where you could get away with shit and do little shit and then it was, it would get brushed under the rug. We live in a whole different day and age, and wrong is wrong, right is right. But at the same time, y'all gotta understand that when you do shit, even if it's, not illegal, but if it's considered questionable in the eyes of the public, they're gonna fucking drag you through the mud until your livelihood is destroyed, your businesses are destroyed. Look at Russell, look at Bill Cosby. I can go on forever. Look at Mike Tyson. Look at what happened to Tupac way back when. And I'm not saying that these individuals didn't play their part in wrongdoing. What I'm saying is that in a world full of Bible thumpers, Christians, Catholics, people who are religious and go to church every Sunday and shout forgiveness and salvation, be the main people quick to judge you and not let you ever try to afford yourself the opportunity to grow, to mature, to change, to realize the error of your ways. This man admitted that he was wrong for cheating on his wife and upheld his innocence as far as any legal wrongdoing from the beginning when this shit first happened. And trust me, if there was any solid evidence, any way for the prosecutors to move forward, even with the absence of this girl's testimony and her not wanting to move forward in court, they would have done so. They do it all the time. But that's never enough for the public. It's never enough. When you talk about rape, sexual assault, sexual harassment, anything of that nature, these things are very hard to clear your name from. And once that shit's attached to your name, I don't give a fuck if you're found innocent in a court of law by a jury of your own peers. You're in the eyes of the public, you're never going to be able to recover from some shit like that. So I just want everybody to just move smarter, pay attention, and don't be so trusting of people that you meet, strangers. You know what I'm saying? There are bad, evil, vindictive, fucked up women out here who, if they don't get their way, they're ready to shout rape, sexual assault, and the like. And that's not to say that there's not victims out here, because there are people and there are trolls who will twist my words. I'm not saying that. There definitely 100% are, and they need to be taken seriously. And that's another problem that I have with this issue is whenever we have all of these cases and these things that pop up, when they're not credible, when they're not 100% true, you just make it that much harder for real victims out there who really are going through things and really are dealing with, sexual abuse and having to recover from, rape and trying to move on with their lives after they've been violated. Y'all make it harder for them to want to come forward, because this shit just turns into a fucking circus, and no true victim wants that. A true victim just wants justice. A true victim just wants to be able to move on with their lives and be in peace. Not have this shit turn into a fucking media circus and a fucking frenzy. And that's what's happening now with all of these mini movements and these slogans that are popping up. It's all about hashtags and taglines. Yo, let me know what y'all think. I just stopped through to talk about it because I'm tired of seeing this shit on my news feed. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe. See y'all in the next one. Peace.